all Team USA, 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 all of that. But then we have that event that's going down tonight, CK. It's appointment television, man, and I will concede the NHL has done its damn thing. I said that NBA All-Star Weekend is still supreme to the NHL because of how big of a cultural event it is. But it does seem like this, what is it, Face-Off of the Nations? What is it called?
Four Nations Face-Off.
Four Nations Face-Off that is going to culminate in the championship game against Canada, Team Canada versus USA tonight. It feels like this has surpassed anything the NBA had in its weekend, and I will be tuned in tonight on TNT to see who comes out on top. But the shocking thing is this, C-Cat. I'm not doing this out of spite. I'm also not doing this to be Mr. Go Against the Grain. I'm never that guy.
You want the shock and awe. That's what I think happens here.
I honestly look at both of these teams, and as a man who has no hockey allegiance outside of, well, I'll rock with the Florida Panthers. That's in the backyard. Those are our guys. I look at these two teams, and I'm like, why the hell wouldn't I be rooting for Team Canada?
Because you are a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, but they right there. They're our neighbors. They're our friendly neighbors. I rock with them. I have nothing against Team Canada, and I look at the Canada roster, and it's got guys that I've always heralded as great hockey players that I like Sidney Crosby. Sid the Kid, Sidney Crosby. I know this is not his era anymore like it was, but I remember growing up playing the NHL 2K7 back on the Xbox regular, whatever they used to call it back before there was all these new iterations of the damn thing. And I would always pick the Penguins, or if I didn't pick the Penguins, I would start a franchise and trade for Sid the Kid, not only because I liked his game. I'm a Sidney Crosby guy over Ovechkin, too. Just going to put that out there as we're talking that hockey right now. But also, I love the nickname, Sid the Kid that did. How could you not be I gravitate towards that brother?
Because he's against you right now.
He's not
trying
against
to beat America.
He's not
and you
against
are America.
Who on the American roster am I supposed to be rooting for? These guys don't resonate with me. Connor McDavid is electric. Watching the Stanley Cup final last year, I know I should be mad because the Panthers lost. Connor McDavid skated circles around brothers. He did his thing. Excuse me, not the Panthers. The Panthers won, but McDavid won the dang MVP of the Stanley Cup final. That's how great he is. He has a lot of magnetism. He's the best player in hockey right now. How can I not root for that guy? I like elite players. I like great play on the ice. And if all the American dudes can do is start group chats to start fights ahead of matches, then why would I be gravitating towards that? By the way, they lost the matches. Everybody wants to talk about how they started 3 fights in the first 9 seconds and everything and how cool that was. We lost. You start the fights and you're lost. If you missed it, the first time Team USA and Team Canada faced off in this face-off of the nations or whatever the hell they calling it in the NHL, I guess Team USA players had group chats and they told each other ahead of time, we're going to start fights. Here's how it sounded on TNT.
And this face-off matchup is underway, and the gloves are off.
That was
the first one. Here's the second one. Moments later.
Right before the first Kachuk fight, this was set up. Here you go.
2 fights.
Players on both sides said they hoped it wouldn't happen tonight. It did.
3 times.
It's helped set the tone. Charlie McAvoy put one on net. Now we're 9 seconds in. We had a fight 2 seconds in, another one 1 second later. Now in the center of the action, it's Colton Parayko and JT Miller.
Come on, man.
Parayko's got a big size advantage. Miller's a tough dude. And
Parayko won.
This is like 1996 when this building opened up with the World Cup.
So they split the 2 first fights. Third fight, it was close. They both were standing at the end. Usually it's easy to tell who wins a hockey fight because it's whichever dude falls and doesn't have the other guy on top of him.
And it pushes off and kind of fires up his crowd first.
Yeah. That's the guy that won. The third match, it kind of came down to a close battle, but I do think I give the nod to Team Canada. So Team USA started the fights and Team Canada finished it. And I do think tonight, the fellas, the Maples, our neighbors up north, are going to finish the job as well. I'm looking at the roster like Sam Bennett. Panthers, great. Come on. Sidney Crosby, Sid the Kid that did. How can you not root for this dude? Connor McDavid. I mean, it's just these names resonate with you. Sam Reinhart. Remember, Sam Reinhart won us some money back during the Stanley Cup final, the Stanley Cup playoffs. We had a couple different little parlays that we got in on that Sam Reinhart came up big with. I'm rocking with the side that I got ties to. The only tie I got to the fellas with Team USA is the fact that we are, same country. That's it.
What are you talking about? Matthew Tkachuk.
That's it. One dude.
Florida Panther.
One dude.
Like, face the Florida Panthers.
One dude. And I like Reinhardt better. I said it. I'm a Carter Verhaeghe guy.
Oh, okay.
All right, give me Sergei Bobrovsky.
I kind of forgot that.
Yeah. If you want to go talk about the Cats, the Rat Pack,
But here's
I
the
got
thing.
other options, man.
Like,
Tkachuk won't do it for me.
You and I can both admit we're not big hockey fans.
No.
We kind of get in when it's hot and we get out when it's not. Right now, hockey is hot.
Super hot.
And when we're given a chance to actually root hard for a team, it's easy to latch on to an automatic geographical allegiance. And the automatic geographical allegiance is the United States of America.
Okay, so you're not a fan of hip-hop.
No.
You're not a fan of rap at all.
Not really.
And if there was a great battle in said hip-hop, I don't know, let's just say one that had two rappers, one from America, the other one maybe hails from Canada, and you just got to pick a side. I mean, which one would you side with?
Probably American. That's
okay,
who I would probably
America.
go with.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it makes sense. So, I'm tripping.
Undeniably, I would pick the American.
I almost forgot. At the Super Bowl, Kendrick Lamar, he's Compton, California. That's in
It's a state
America.
in the United States, yeah.
So Kendrick Lamar, American. I think when he said "they not like us," the they he was speaking of was it's a rapper, Drake.
Canadian Drake. Yeah.
Canadian Drake he's from Toronto.
What I'll say is
From the six.
Kendrick did not make Hotline Bling. So, like, this all null and void.
All right.
And
So,
Team Canada.
I agree. And you know what? Nobody on Team USA got a nickname like Sid, the kid that did. We talking about Sidney Crosby here, one of the actual elite legends, greats of the game. We talking about Connor McDavid, who on the Team USA won a MVP of the Stanley Cup Final without even winning the damn series.
I can't think of anyone. No one. But
Exactly.
I'd rather have the guy that won the Stanley Cup Finals
Well, you can
most
have that
recently.
too. You can have that too. Sam Bennett, Panthers. He's on Team Canada. Sam Reinhart, Panthers. It's also Team Canada.
But
That's two Panthers for the price of one.
This is why you get a lot of resistance when you talk about your sports fandom, because it kind of goes with the wind. Here, there.
How's that with the wind? That's literally with my allegiances. Team Canada has more Florida Panthers. Point Team Canada. Team Canada has my favorite hockey player of all time, Sidney Crosby, Sid the kid that did. Point Team Canada. They also got Connor McDavid, the greatest player on ice, the best show right now in hockey. Why would I not? I'm not telling you I'm doing this out of spite. I like, if America wins, I won't be mad, but give me a reason why I should be rooting for Team USA, because all things point Team Canada for me tonight.
Because you're not Canadian. Like, you're American. And you have a dog in the fight, and it is your country's players who are on the ice. And you don't have a strong...
I don't know them dudes.
You don't have a strong tie. How? Because you used Sidney Crosby once in 2K6.
Not once, every time. 2K7.
2K7.
NHL 2K7. I remember that game.
That's not strong enough tie to be a turncoat, Benedict Arnold. You should be rooting for America.
So why are you rooting for Drake?
Oh, because I don't care enough about music as much as I do care about sports.
You used to work for a music radio station.
And now I do not like the music that I used to talk about.
All right, you also don't like hip-hop, so how are you a Drake fan in the Kendrick Drake beef?
Because I like his music a little bit more.
Maybe you like what he stands for.
See, now we've got to omit that.
What does he stand for? What does he stand for? I don't...
Good hip-hop music and more bangers/hits, if you would.
All right, so Sidney Crosby. He's got more bangers and hits than anybody on Team USA. Everything you're saying about Drake right now is exactly what I'm saying about Team Canada. For some reason, I'm catching hate, whereas you're getting an excuse.
Because we're both Americans. You should be rooting for the American sports team. Sports
All right,
country
I'll make a deal with
are
you.
more aligned than music and country.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
His whole last album was all about him being from Toronto. That was his whole thing in the album he just dropped that you didn't listen to that you said was great.
I must have not gotten the rap genius. I didn't read between the lines.
Also, forgive me if I'm wrong, but Sidney Crosby was winning championships and whatnot on what team? What team was that? Was that in America or was that in Canada?
Well,
there's Canadian hockey teams.
I'm not going to
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Explain why I'm rooting for America because it's self-explanatory. But I'm also a Washington Capitals fan, so I'm not going to root for a Pittsburgh guy.
You're anti Sid the Kid. Okay, so we both respect each other's premise and points.
That's not true.
I can't root for Team Canada?
No.
You haven't given me a good enough reason. If you can root for Drake, I can root for Team Canada. That's a parallel I've drawn. That's my line in the sand. I will only come over to Team USA side if you come over to Team Kendrick.